I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
What's up? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Zoey's Extraordinary Playlist After Show here on AfterBuzz TV, and I am your host, Brandon Hanna. We have an amazing show for you here today. I am joined by two very amazing co-hosts that you've seen them here before. You love them. Let's start with my immediate left with Kitty Kaboom.
I'm sorry, what's up, y'all?
Yay!
This one, I love this guy. This is serious stuff. Pay attention. We got Kitty.
Zoey's playlist is serious.
Yes, he is in it, baby.
I love you too. And of course, last but not least today, we have the amazing Emily May.
Aw, yay! Thanks.
Yay! I'm sorry.
We've been having way too much fun.
He is the man.
Way too much fun. Way too much fun.
Too much songs, too much dancing.
And you're about to have some of that fun with us right now because
Yeah,
we have an
baby.
amazing show prepared for you today. We have Joan finally opening up to Zoey. Yes.
Yeah.
She can't get no satisfaction. What's that about? We're going to talk about it. And Maggie gets into an altercation over lemonade. Oh, that poor lemonade. Oh, spilled all over the grocery store floor. I can't imagine. What a waste. And, of course, are you Team Max or are you Team Simon? It's a big topic of discussion in this episode. We're going to get into it. And, of course, we bring back our special segment that we love so much. It's our own inner musical monologues where we talk about our own empowerment songs. And, of course, in celebrity news and gossip, we have Mo's journey to being Zoey's extraordinary neighbor. You're not going to want to miss that. But before we get into all that good stuff, let's get into our overall thoughts on this episode.
I enjoyed it, but when do I not? I really like this show, guys. Like, genuinely, It's so funny. Earlier today, I was like, oh, but I get to watch. You know what I mean? Like, I was something I looked forward to. Obviously, the singing and dancing makes it dope, but there's always great storylines. I like that it's a dramedy, so I don't get bogged down in all the heaviness. There's always something to bring me back up, and it's not so, like, surface and flighty that I don't realize that there's, like, some grounding situations going on. Great show.
Yeah, I loved this episode because it was like all about like female empowerment and being, and lifting other women up and supporting other women all through and then there was singing and dancing and Lauren Graham was amazing. And, Joan kind of, like you said, broke out of her shell. And I just feel like it was it had moments of like really like heartbreak and kind of vulnerability, but also just like uplifting moments of kind of breaking out. And women having these moments.
I love that they're able to find that balance,
too. Yeah, the writers find the balance.
Every week.
It's so hard to do.
Yeah, they're dope. They're dope.
Yeah, I
Shout out to you guys.
I absolutely love that we got more of Joan finally, her breaking out of her shell. And like you said, this show always has that fine balance between drama and comedy, and it always seems to speak to you in like such a way where we go, like, I've had that experience before. I felt that
relatable.
way.
I was like, oh God, I've had this conversation.
Right. Total deja vu. I get that. Yeah, I enjoy it.
It's very relatable for sure. And so obviously the big point of this episode is Joan opening up to Zoey, and it starts off where we finally hear a little bit of her own musical inner monologue in the bathroom. And Zoey tries to escape it, which I thought was interesting because we never really seen Zoey try to escape one of these musical numbers before.
But she's in an elevator.
And she can't run away from it.
Bathroom elevator?
Wait, you're saying you've never seen her try to escape, or you've never seen her cornered where she can't escape?
I guess, I don't know. I
think it's the latter.
Yeah?
I mean, remember the very first show, the pilot, that's all she did is run from it. Like,
running,
what is happening right now?
She was like in the street and they kept following her, but here she was like stuck in the elevator with her boss, which is awkward.
She's run quite a bit, but I like the fact that she got cornered and it's like, no, you're going to hear me. And you know what my purpose is. You've been on enough of these episodes to know that I clearly need help. Help me, Zoey. It was a cry for help. I loved it.
Well, I felt like it was so symbolic because I feel like, I don't know about you, but like I feel like I talked to like my friends, we go to the bathroom, like we have conversations, like it's a bonding space. So the fact that it like started in the bathroom.
Oh yeah, no question.
I was like, oh, that's very symbolic that like it begins there and then just like continues.
I think it was very deliberate. I think everything in this show is very deliberate. And that just speaks so like, I'm sorry, I'm clearly loving the writers this episode. I don't mean to, but whatever. You guys are amazing. Obviously, your writing speaks to the ability, as you said, to be relatable. And I like that every single week there's a place where you're just like, wait a minute, this is totally how this thing goes down. Obviously, without singing, dancing, but the premise of it.
Dance.
Okay, well, there you have it. Some of us get into it that way. I really like that. I like that every week it's something that you're just going, there's never a time where I'm going, this could never happen. Like, it happens. This always happens. It's good stuff. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I guess what I was getting at was like,
Sorry.
Sorry, we went on a tangent.
No. It was great. It was great. But like the song follows her a little bit throughout the episode.
Yes.
Starts off in the bathroom, then again in the elevator, and then
then
when
it
she
goes
thinks
to
it's over, she's in the street.
street
And you hear it in the
noise.
car horns. She hears it in the band at the park. It's just we never seen a song follow
Yeah.
her like that up
Yeah.
until now.
Remember
Until she addresses
remember
it.
she walked out and I like
Yes.
heard the jackhammer and I was like, hey guys, the song is gonna like, hey, there's gonna
Yeah.
be some music.
And that's a great point until she addresses it. Like,
Yeah.
This is like almost like her cosmic purpose is to help people.
Yep.
And if she ignores
Ignores it,
that call,
it's gonna
it's going to
keep
keep
going.
coming and coming.
And it'll come
coming.
louder and louder
Yeah.
until
Exactly.
she has to do something. Yeah, I absolutely enjoyed that part of it, and I think
Exactly.
it's paramount. Now we do see, like, remember we initially were questioning why do the songs come? What's the correlation between the song and the person? Now it all makes all the sense in the world. It is directly related to something that this person is going through, and you have to save them, Zoey. So step
Yeah.
in there and figure it
Yeah,
out.
well, it's all her like trying. It's her, ability to help people, and so because the first song that she heard was "Help," and so like that just like passed. It's just getting passed on, and so what's interesting is she like this first one was so loud, like this one like she couldn't get away from. And I like the contrast, like with the song later in the episode with her mom. That was like a really soft moment, and so she's having a contrast of these like really like loud characters coming at her with song, and then also like quiet moments with her family. And so I like the balance of both of those types of musical moments.
I like that it's empowering. Quite honestly, the pilot showed us that she's definitely or was an introvert. This is not something she's into. I mean, my God, when she was listening to on her way out the door was
the
not even like
podcast, yeah.
but it was a podcast about something weird. I don't know. But it wasn't music, that's for sure. And it wasn't getting to know other people and engaging and that sort of thing. So I love that she has literally come out of her shell to 180. Like, she doesn't have a choice in the matter. Whereas before, I think that she thought if I just shrink down small enough, no one would see me. And they're like, yeah, that's not happening anymore, sweetie. Let's go. You know what I mean? Get out of the shell. We need you. God has ordained you. Or maybe it's not God. Maybe it's the universe. Who knows who gave her this gift? But it's a beautiful thing to see her kind of blossom and become this butterfly. And it's like, you know what? I'm going to help this person because clearly this is what they need.
It's giving her the ability to relate to other people and connect with other people, because she might not have even spoken to like her coworkers or even gone after the manager position or talking to her, spoke
her
to
and
her
Mo would
boss.
definitely not be
like
friends.
no, like connecting with her father. Like it's all about interconnection and connecting and just having some type of bigger connection to the universe. And I feel like that this power, this gift that she's been given is giving her the ability to do that.
Not just giving her the ability, like literally pushing her. Yeah,
forcing her to like break out, as you said, of her shell.
Yeah, I love it. Because before she was just like, then it's like, no, can't question it.
Yeah, it was kind of like she was just like going by life, and then now life is just like, nope, you're gonna have life and you're gonna live it and
out loud.
To its fullest.
Yeah, I love that.
And Joan isn't the only one who needs help from Zoey. And before we get into who that is, I just want to say thank you to all you watching at home for making us the ESPN of TV Talk. We wouldn't be able to do this and geek over awesome shows like this without you. So please like this video, leave a comment down below. If you're in the live stream right now, tell us your theories. What's your inner monologue? What are you feeling today? What song helps you get through difficult times? Just let us know. Whatever you're thinking, I want to know about it.
Yes.
And of course, if you're listening on iTunes, leave us a positive rating because that really helps as well. And of course, speaking as help, Maggie, she needs help. She's going crazy over lemonade in grocery stores over college girls.
Oh, that was probably my favorite
goodness.
scene. Real talk. Like, I don't even understand. Everybody's just like, just give her the no. First of all, little whippersnapper. What is she, all of like 18, talking about, why don't you go home and make your husband your son? Calm down. Okay, little girl. And you don't know what's going on with me and my husband. You have no idea about my life. All I know is you're monopolizing the lemonade. And I simply asked you as nicely as I could if I could get that. No would have been sufficient. You didn't have to get into all this break. Look, I was ready to fight the girl, clearly. I would have knocked her out, too.
I'm with you.
Don't attack the TV. Don't attack
Exactly.
the TV.
It was just disrespectful.
It was
Who
so
you think you're talking
disrespectful.
to?
I mean, okay, I don't know if you've had moments where you're just like not like you're going through a rough time. You're like in a grocery store, like a normal place, like she is, and you just have that moment in the grocery store where you're like, I just want a break. I just want a moment where things will be okay. And then she has this whole lemonade situation. You've been there, right?
I've been there.
I think we all have. And then she just wants the lemonade. She just wants one one little pitcher, one carton of lemonade, and she can't get it.
Homegirl was not trying to have it.
I felt for her because it was just like
it was just unnecessary. You
was
didn't have to do all that, okay?
I mean, she had like 500 bottles,
and it wouldn't even matter
cart.
if the party that she's throwing, AKA Lemonade Beyonce, big ups to B, needed all of that. All I'm saying is be respectful.
Yeah.
I'm not mad that she said no. I mean, that was still kind of rude, but at least just say, I'm so sorry. Like, we just have as many. We need all of these. I would love to help you, but da-da-da. She didn't say that. You could buy your own lemons.
Well, no, the fact that she said dying, she had dying, the word dying in the comment that she said.
That was cute, right?
That was, like, okay.
It was placement on
It
purpose.
was, wait a sec. Like, it's a little underhanded subtext.
The wife?
No. The
little girl?
The college girl was like, oh, if your husband's dying to have some lemonade.
But don't you love how the writers put that in
yes,
there? That was the whole...
It's the whole thing, but it, like, is another stab... to her
and
heart.
that's why she cussed her out and got ejected from that store, as would I. I would all of those.
Security would have been called as well for me.
Yeah, I'd have been in a bad way because you are not going to talk to me like that, little girl. Okay.
Well, and then I feel like it's so it's very symbolic that it's lemonade because everyone has that saying like if you're handed lemons, you got to make some lemonade.
I'm telling you, this
and
is
so
all the writers.
it's so symbolic, and like you have to add sweetness, and she's dealing with like a mix of sweet and sour, and trying to battle just this like really horrible situation of like dealing of trying to take care of her life partner and her family and being strong for everyone. And sometimes it's not all sweet, and so
it hasn't been for a while.
It's not, yeah, and so it's very symbolic.
It really is because obviously the brother and the mom they come back with lemons after leaving the police station.
Thing, yeah.
So they decided not even like to stop at another Trader Joe's.
They're like, we'll just take some lemons.
Yeah, like they must have gone to a store to buy the lemons, so they could have bought lemonade.
Right. Then you find that interesting.
Exactly, and then he has to squeeze.
We are so observant.
They have that brother sister moment where they realize we need to help mom while they're squeezing the lemons.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so they found like a compromise of like, okay, and I feel like her Zoey and her brother weren't really getting along either. They were kind of at odds trying to figure out how to navigate this because taking care of your parents is like a difficult thing as they get older, and so they're trying to deal with it but be strong for the mom. And so for them to find a compromise and make a deal like, okay, we'll help each other and then we'll help our mom and then help dad in the end, and it's beautiful and it's hard, and I liked how they did it over squeezing some lemons.
What are they talking about, chat? Can we ask?
Yeah.
I don't know. They're not saying anything yet.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
We'll come back to you guys, but I was asking what your song in the day was. So if you had a song for today or any day that like gets you going, that's what I was asking in the chat.
Okay,
so
that's
let us know.
We'll see.
Let us know.
See.
And while you're thinking about it, I want to get into the whole Team Max, Team Simon thing. Because that was pushed pretty heavily in this episode, especially by Mo, who kind of went back and forth. Like, oh, I'm Team Max right now. He's kind of got that guy next door kind of vibe. He's funny, he's charming. And then Simon breaks out the dance moves. He's like, I'm Team Simon again.
I know, right? It's the dance moves. That's what did it.
Well, the air slap wasn't helping anybody.
Was not helping anyone. That was
consensual air slapping.
Consensual, but that GIF is all over the internet.
I love that. As I said before, I don't really get why we're pitting them against each other since neither of them is available for Zoey. So I think this is all in Mo's head, and she once again just giving the universe showing up, giving her an opportunity to live out loud. Stop acting not acting. Stop. Don't internalize everything, right? Like you see these guys out here, clearly they're both interested in you. Granted, they can't have you or you can't have them or whatever the dynamic, but they're attractive men that find you attractive as well for who you are, for what you look like, for how you get down. That's a good thing. Like celebrate that. So I think that's why the team thing kept coming into play by Mo specifically. I just personally thought it was ridiculous, but she knew it was ridiculous. They knew it was ridiculous when she said it.
I mean, you kind of you could tell that they're building toward. I mean, in every episode so far, they've been kind of teasing the relationship of Simon and Max and Zoey, and I think again, you just have to. I mean, I don't know what team I'm on really. I kind of like Max because but is Max like officially dating Autumn? Are they officially dating? Or
I
are they
think so.
casual?
He's
seems-
air smacking her
it
butt.
seems pretty official.
Okay, so official. Okay, so then I would say I would say they're off limits until one of them comes and says, "Hey, I'm not with this person anymore." But I would say if Max is open, I'd be like Zoey and Max. That's my team.
I don't have no team. I think
That's my
Zoey needs
team.
to find her old man that ain't attached to nobody that digs her for her.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that. Somebody
Okay.
that just walks in.
Maybe
up, Zoe?
prediction. Maybe she'll find someone that has the same power, and then they meet each other.
That is far fetched, but okay, we'll go with that.
I don't know.
We'll go
know.
with that. Whatever.
And then they can team up, and they can like have power dual dancing.
Okay.
And so-
I totally see that happening.
Yeah.
I think that might be a bit much. But
I don't know. You never
won't-
know.
I'll hold out hope.
Okay.
Okay. I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would kind of blow my mind if that happened.
That'd be a lot. That would be a lot.
I don't know. I could dream.
Maybe on like season 4 we'll get there.
Season 4,
I
we'll get
think.
there. We gotta lead up to. I'm not saying tomorrow.
Yeah,
Just
we
like
gotta
next
build
week.
to something
We gotta
like
build
that.
to it. Yeah.
Exactly. And the writers are
Exactly.
capable of such amazing stuff. I would
All right.
not put it past them.
The chat is one person says Team Max.
Team Max.
So we got some Team
Yes.
Maxes happening.
Say who said it? Who said it?
Ayan. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong.
Okay.
I'm Team Max.
Is that it? That's the only team
Yeah, that's
we
it.
going
We have
with?
one team. We're Team Max.
Yes, I'm
Let
winning.
us know.
We're winning the
We're
polls.
winning. Team Max. We might have T-shirts next week.
Oh, lordy.
Well, I think we know that Max is in love
Yes.
with Zoey. We
Yeah.
know that for
We
a
know
fact.
that, and they're friends. They go way back.
Yes.
And like friendship is a great foundation to start a relationship. So
Yeah,
you
and
can start something.
also we kind of do get Zoey hinting maybe she's jealous of the fact that Max is dating Autumn now. They have that conversation in the park.
Oh, don't be
Yeah,
ridiculous.
the
I set
conversation
them
in the
up.
park, like right before the party.
Yeah.
And at the club when they're dancing, she kind of sees him dancing and is a little like upset by it. I think it gets a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
I don't think she's upset. I think that she has to play the game. She did literally set them up. She was taken aback when he started singing "I Love You." So if she did like him, that would have been the perfect opportunity to take advantage of that, and she chose not to.
Well,
in fact, she redirected him towards somebody else. I mean, it probably hurts her a little bit because what guy comes on to you, and if you find him attractive too, you're not flattered to some degree, right? Like you are, but she knows that there's a place for everything and everything in its place, and clearly they belong over here, and she can watch from afar. So yeah, it may stab my heart like a teeny bit, but I'm good because I already said no.
Yeah, but sometimes you don't know you have feelings for someone until they like reciprocate, or if you see them with someone else and you're like, oh man, I could like be with that person.
Yeah, sure you get. I just think that I get that. That's a thing.
It's a thing.
No. That's a
it's
thing.
Like, oh,
It's a
darn
total
it,
thing.
I like missed my chance.
I
Like,
just
you
think
get
that's like
regret.
a wimp move. You know what I mean? If you didn't see the qualities in them to begin with,
Yeah.
how is it that
I know, it
suddenly
sucks.
when Joanne shows up, like now,
Yeah.
Joanne likes him? Maybe I didn't notice that he's the amazing person on this earth. Like, girl, you knew that before Joanne showed up. But if that helps you make up your mind, whatever you say, I'm just saying, if Joanne's there and he likes Joanne and there's a mutual attraction there, how about you just walk around them and find you a Ben? Just saying. Just saying. Don't
We're
keep
just adding
pining.
characters.
Whomever. I'm just using it like in life. You know what I mean? I personally just don't think that I get that. That's all I'm saying. I respect it. I see him with someone else somehow but I just feel like if I was attracted to him, then I would have seen it no matter who was with them. You know? Just me.
I hear you.
Just me.
Hear ya.
I think you're making some very solid points.
What do you think,
Just
Brandon?
me.
Brandon's all quiet over there.
I'm
Brandon's
thinking,
like, I don't know.
thinking about it. I'm thinking
Yeah,
about
Brandon's
it.
taking it all in.
It's hard,
taking
right?
it
It's
in.
hard
He's
because you're like,
observing.
you want it,
If I gotta pick one, I'm
Yeah.
gonna pick Max. But I think you make some very valid points. Maybe maybe there's a Team Ben out there.
Maybe.
Team Joanne?
As long as they're single when they come on to Zoey, I'm all for it. That's all I'm saying. I'd like to see her win with somebody that she can actually walk into into the sunset with.
I mean, they have tons of new episodes coming down the line. There could be some new characters introduced, some new people she meets that,
how do you feel
sing
about the
her
team thing?
chords. What?
How do you feel about the team thing, though? The fact that
The
people are
team
taking
thing?
sides.
I mean, I love it. That's
Yeah.
what you need. You need to like strike up the conversation. Like it's the whole when what's that vampire movie?
Which one?
Twilight.
Came out Twilight. Like everyone had a team.
Yeah, Team Edward,
You know,
Team
Team Edward
Jacob,
and Jacob.
yeah.
Like everyone had a team.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
My bad.
I didn't say I was a fan, but no, I'm just saying, like, everyone has a
You're
team.
right.
It makes it fun. You get to like have a conversation
As to why you chose
that team.
I mean, Max
Got
is
it.
clearly the Edward in this situation.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. And we get that. I'm not mad at either of them. They are attractive. They are dope as hell. They just belong to other people.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, I like to keep my
You
hands to
never know.
myself.
I mean, the whole Autumn Max thing is super new. So, I mean, they've been on like one coffee date,
Right.
And like the gala thing,
Where
the
they
opening,
are very handsy,
and then
as
they
she
are very
says.
handsy at the in
So-
the dance club.
There might have been more dates we haven't seen. between
Exactly, that's what I'm
episodes.
thinking.
That's true. Okay, so maybe like 5 dates. I'm gonna give
I
you
ain't mad at 5
I mean,
dates.
the
5 dates means possible intimacy.
I mean, maybe the dancing thing that was pretty intimate.
So they probably have gone farther
So-
than
And I loved how
dancing.
at the end it was the reverse. She was doing the
Yeah.
slap
Yeah,
on
I
him.
know, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty funny.
They got
It was
good chemistry.
cute.
They
They
got
do.
good
They have the chemistry. They got the. Like,
They're
little
adorable.
comedic
Team Autumn.
timing.
Team Autumn.
That's
I'm
what's
changing
Team
my
Autumn.
tune.
That's
Yeah.
Team Autumn.
Oh, Team Autumn.
Yes.
Yeah. Turn it around.
Turn it around. Well, let's turn it around right now and get into our special segment for this week.
Woohoo.
It's our own musical inner monologues.
Yeah,
And of course, we have
baby.
Emily May to take us away.
All right. So this episode was all about empowerment and taking charge of your life. And so I want everyone to think about a song that empowers you and makes you just like take control of your life, take control of a moment in your life. And so I'm gonna share mine. And my song that I like listen to get pumped up and get ready and to take on the day is Eye of the Tiger.
Nice.
Yes.
That is a
Right?
great song.
It's a great song.
Pretty.
I mean,
Katy
we-
Perry
we can't-
kills it on that joint.
we can't play it.
no, we
No.
can't.
No.
But
No, Eye of the
we're
Tiger.
all familiar.
Yeah.
It's a great song.
It's
You're
a great
absolutely
song.
right.
I love it. It's the best.
I agree.
It gets me going at the gym. Gets me rocking.
I mean, if it could help Apollo or Rocky beat
Rocky.
Clubber Lang,
Exactly.
You can achieve anything.
Exactly.
I'm with you, girl. And
Right?
her rendition is pretty awesome.
So what's yours?
It is not that kind of song. First of all, it's a ballad, so it's not like a hype, get me
Okay,
in it.
that's
You know what I
okay.
mean?
It could be any
I got
style.
lots of those for you. But honestly, and I hope this doesn't sound too sappy, I always go back to the song because it always reminds me that when I start leaning on people too much or assuming that I have to lean on people, it brings it all back around. So Beyonce, Me, Myself, and I is one of my favorites of all time because it reminds me of just that. Ain't nobody gonna love me like me. I'm never gonna disappoint myself. I'm gonna work the hardest I can for me. And that's all that really matters. Everybody that acts as a supporting act in this life journey of mine, I'm grateful to you. But if y'all all decided to leave me tomorrow, guess what? I got this. I'm still okay.
Yeah.
My
That's
favorite.
beautiful. I love that.
I think
it's
I'm
like,
right there with you because
Yeah.
So for mine, like I wasn't too sure what I was gonna pick.
Okay.
But for me, when I'm feeling down, it's normally because like you
Yeah.
feel like the weight of the world, and you feel like
Yeah.
like
So
people,
hard.
other people are trying to bring you down and make you feel lesser than how you really are.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to go to the extreme in
There
the
you
other
go.
direction, and then it
Yes.
kind of levels out. So for me, I want to go with The Man by The Killers.
Nice.
Because that's just all
Yes.
about like, you know what? I'm a big shot. I'm the best there is.
That's
like,
right.
No one can tell me that I'm not what I am.
That's
That's
right.
on my gym playlist too.
I can chime in as well. This is Josh, the producer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Josh.
I actually have a couple of myself. I'm a huge fan of 80s hardcore punk. and
Okay.
There's a couple songs in there that really just like motivate me to just like literally lift my spirits up. The first one is a song called High Hopes by a band called Gorilla Biscuits. Just to read you some of the lyrics. I'd still be the same. It won't break my spirit. I'll just look ahead. It's just the same. Times are hard. It's true. I'll cope, but it won't get me down because I got high hopes.
Woo-hoo!
And then the
I
second
love
Yes.
And then the second one would be a song "Rise Above" by the name of by the band name of. Pardon me. The song name is "Rise Above" by the band Black Flag.
Oh, yeah.
Jealous cowards try to control. Rise above. We're gonna rise above. They distort what we say. Rise above. We're gonna rise above. Try and stop what we do. Rise above. We're gonna rise above. When they can't do it themselves. Rise above. We're gonna rise above.
Nice.
Oh my God.
All great fighting songs for your
Oh,
spirit.
I love that.
It's just something, of course, usually people think punk music or metal music is just something just like super aggressive, but then some of the lyrics in there really do have uplifting, positive meanings and everything. So that's just two songs that out of just like a whole bunch that I just listen to that just really help me up and pump me up, especially like if I'm feeling a little bit down. Those are two like straight songs I just get to and just like really make me feel
And
good.
aggressive can
Oh
be
my
a good
gosh,
thing.
I love
Aggressive
that.
can be a great thing.
Thank you so. I'm gonna have to go look up those songs and listen.
Yeah.
That's what's up, baby. Glad you're able to
Oh.
empower yourself, Josh.
Yes. So again, share your song of empowerment on the comments. later. Share it on Twitter, all over. Let us know.
Yeah, I don't know about
we want to know.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but these writers need to get out of my head because I really needed this today. So.
Oh, I
Yes,
know.
that's
I was
what's
looking
up.
forward to it
That's
so
what's
much
up.
today, and I was like so excited. I got here with you guys, and I was like, oh, we get to watch this. It's like, it made me happy.
Yeah, this was such a great special segment. So thank you again, Emily, for making us all feel empowered.
Yay!
As we all do need to just give ourselves that little bit pick me up
Yes.
every
I
once in a
concur.
while.
Yes, we all
Every
have
once in a
days. We
while.
all have days, and we just need to remember that a better day is coming the next
Yeah.
day, and we're all in it together.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I'm not trying to make this super heavy, but with Kobe's memorial tomorrow and everything, we just have to make the realization that to live in that moment, because tomorrow is not promised. As cliche as it sounds, it is very real. And if you absorb the moment that you're in and appreciate the moment, then you will sing and dance, whether it's in your head, out loud, whatever the case may be. You will find joy in that moment because you know that tomorrow, next week, 2 years from now, even tonight might not, be promised. So you got to make the best of it. Got to.
Beautiful.
Yeah, definitely.
Find the music. Find
Powerful.
the music.
Find the music, find the music. We all have our own personal journeys. And speaking of which, it is time to get into celebrity news and gossip for this week. We have Mo's journey to being Zoey's extraordinary neighbor. And we have the amazing Kitty Kaboom.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
us
My
all about
phone.
it.
Thank you, because my phone is playing games. I apologize for the delay, and here we go. Okay, so this is a great article. It's in the Boston Globe, and it basically just celebrates the character Mo, whom I absolutely adore. I did it right there. Anyway, I was about to say her delivery to things is just so on point. First of all, she has great one-liners. She delivers them really well. Very deadpan. Very, oh, darling, I love that about her. Anyway, so I highlight her right now because she's been on they have been on a number of shows. Her real name is Newell, and they say that they steal almost every scene that they're in, sashaying around San Francisco in different flashy outfits, trying to get Zoey to take advantage of her new power. And the funny thing is, this is a homegrown situation. Neville is from Lynn, which I assume is in San Francisco, graduated from Bishop Fenwick High School. Shout out to Fenwick, whoever the heck went there. And they are a singer. They turned into the Glee Project. Their turn on the Glee Project in 2011 got them a role on Glee The Mothership, where they played Wade Unique Adams, a transgender girl. And now this person, they have toured with Adam Lambert as his musical career has flourished. And they have appeared on Empire, Resident Advisors, and obviously Zoey. So they are doing very well. I think that they are awesome. And I just love, I love what they bring to the table. I think it's super important to have like a character that kind of plays the back, but not, you know what I mean? They are very over the top. They're very avant-garde. They're very flashy, but in a good way. I'm sorry, did you see me in my purse lame? Oh, okay. Then I'll show up, but not a look at me kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's super dope. And their friendship is so cool. Like she said, my best friend of 3 whole weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a fast friendship, but it's one that clearly is growing. They have a mutual respect from each other. Zoey listens to them. So I think it's a mutually beneficial relationship, which is always important.
Yeah. And
Big ups to Mo!
yeah, and I think I'm excited to see next week because I feel like we're going to learn a little bit more about what their character's like and their kind of journey. And it seems like there's some really deep, it might be a really deep episode next week. So
finally we get to hear them sing because they can sing, baby. I don't heard the first the pilot, right? She took it to church. I was like, okay, this is gonna be good.
acapella. Didn't even need any.
Very
didn't even
nice.
need some backtrack.
Very nice.
Yeah, I absolutely love the character of Mo, and that's such a great story of how that person came to be onto this show and all that success, and it's warranted because they're extremely talented. And next week's episode is going to be all about Mo, it looks like.
Yeah.
So I think we need to get into our predictions for next week's episode.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So, obviously, based on the little glimpse that we got at the end of this week's episode, Mo is going to be in need of Zoey's help. Not everything is as right as it seems. It looks like maybe Mo isn't as confident as they lead on, and there might be some other issues at hand. Do we have any speculation as to what those personal issues may be and how Zoey might help them?
Well, I love the fact that you use the word confidence because that's exactly what they do. They exude confidence. The fact that Zoey feels like she can lean on them and constantly find reassurance and a pep talk and whatever she needs, she goes to Mo, understandably. So to see that Mo is not as inwardly confident as she is outward, as they are outwardly confident is it's important because you need to see that. Not only, this show is really dope for a lot of reasons, y'all. I ain't gonna talk you to death, but I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just gonna say this. The fact that there's so many multi-layers to this, I think we all need to pay attention. There's the empowerment issue, there's the women bonding issue, there's the inclusion issue, and then now we're seeing that there's a very real thing, especially with social media being what it is, pretending to be one person when in fact you are not that person and you have to live up to this thing that you've created, and sometimes it gets out of control and it's like a snowball effect, and before you know it, it's bigger than you, and you're sitting there going, oh my God, all I want is like 30 followers and now I have 30.5 million and I don't know what I'm doing with my life. So it's nice to see that we can take a step back and in real life, IRL, y'all, have a situation that calls for a real conversation and not a filter or a shout out or a like or a comment, but like a real girl, let's go get some drinks and talk this thing in the for real life, you know? I think that's super important to find a balance, and Mo is so goddamn awesome. You tend to forget that there could be some insecurities there. There could be some questioning as to whether or not that whole imposter effect, that's not what it's called, imposter syndrome, is a real thing where you wake up every morning and go, oh my God, today is going to be the day that they find out that I'm not as great as they think I am. That's scary, and it's very real. So it's nice that they address that, yet on top of everything else. Like, they're really knocking it out of the park on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think in next episode, in the next few weeks, we'll kind of see Zoey and Mo's relationship grow, and I think it's going to be a test to Mo's character because we're not sure, what Mo's going through. And so we don't know if it has to do with family. We don't know if it has to do with work or career, or maybe there's something like physically or emotionally going on. I'm not sure. But I think that, Zoey was been given this power to heal people in a way through song and through dance and through connecting with them on a deeper level. And I'm happy to see them grow, and I like that they're going to continue the theme of just connecting other people. I think that's what this show's about, and spreading love and kindness, and so I'm just excited to see that, and I'm excited to see what songs Mo sings.
Yes, that is going to be the cherry on top.
Mo is like, I mean, they had a little clip tonight during the trailer, and it just like gives me chills. So I'm ready for it.
Yeah, they're going to kill.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that as well. And I like how every episode so far, and it seems like going forward, it's Zoey healing somebody. Mm-hmm. Like this one was called Zoey's Extraordinary Boss, and it was all about Joan and her personal struggles with her husband, who's a real jerk.
Oh, jerk.
We didn't really get into that. He's a jerk.
Yeah.
And it looks like, and Zoey kind of gave her that confidence to stand up for herself at the end. And why don't you give that talk? Like, you're just as valuable as he is. Like, you own this company.
I mean, she did it. She made the thing happen.
Yeah, you're a tech mogul just like he is. You can give this talk and crush it.
He's just like the face.
Yeah. And so, and and the last one was about Max, and the first one was about her father, and even then, like you get a little bit. This one was also about her mother to a certain degree, and her brother to a certain degree. So I really love how every episode is about her healing someone. But when are we going to see Zoey heal herself?
Oh, maybe that'll be the finale.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Nice one.
I mean, maybe she doesn't want to heal herself.
Doesn't matter what she wants at this point. The songs are there. They're going to play a soundtrack, and she's going to have to pay attention to herself and turn it inward. Because every time that she doesn't want to do something, as we said, the music just gets louder.
Yeah.
So they'll probably just wake her up with it, send her to bed with it. Look, until you address this inside your own head, little lady, we're going to keep playing this song.
It's going to be interesting to see how she handles it. If there is a way for her to come back from this and I'm going to like be normal again and not hear songs, or it's a normal state of life that she has to get used to.
I hope there's no more normality in her life.
I know. I would have, if I could have songs and dance more in my life, I would be down for it.
Oh my gosh, yes. No, but how about the Jesus? What?
Jesus Christ Superstar. That was great.
Awesome. Oh
Yeah,
my, I was like, that is an entrance.
Right?
Yes.
And also it goes into his ego of like, this
Oh God,
is,
that was
like,
the whole thing. Yeah,
I was like,
highlight.
what
That's
kind of
why he
dude
believes
picks
that he is.
song?
That's why he thinks he is who he is. Look how the people reacted when he walked through the door.
An idol.
Yeah, but that's the dopest though, right? In my personal opinion, I love different genres and different industries where everyone has their own rock star. So the world thinks that like Michael Jackson is the best thing since sliced bread and Drake is right behind him, right? But in like certain instances, like you're in the tech field, STEM and all that, I'm sure you guys all have your own rock star. There's just like, oh my God, I'm a voiceover actor. There's definitely a top 3 up there that if I met, well, I have met them. I'm just saying.
Wow.
And when I
Look at
meet
this
them,
dropping-
I know
dropping names.
It's pretty amazing.
You wanna pick
know?
that back up?
I know, right? You like that? Little something. I'm just saying the engagement always makes you feel giddy because this is what you do with your life. This is what you want to achieve. This is what you aspire to. And then you meet people that have not only done that, but like superseded whatever you thought you could possibly do. It's almost like, oh my God. You try not to make people into idols, which is ridiculous because, you know, we all have a higher power. But it is pretty cool to recognize somebody that is doing what you've done, kind of paved the way, created opportunities. And then if they're nice, OMG, that is the frosting on top. You know, when they're not nice people, we won't give it a name, but when they're not, it's kind of disappointing because it's like, what do you mean? You were like my semi-idol. How can you be not a nice person? So it always feels good when you meet that person. You're just like, I can sing your praises for a reason. This guy is not that guy. No, not at all.
But I liked how Joan, someone in the chat said that they are glad that Joan isn't like this evil boss, that she has like a side of kindness.
Right.
And a little vulnerable. So I feel like this kind of cracked open the egg a little bit. And we're going to see more of her being nice to people. And maybe that's going to shift the whole power dynamic, the whole, you know, and with her new, like, empowerment and her taking charge of her life.
I don't think she's
it's going to change
nice.
the game. No, I maybe.
Yeah.
It's a nice thought, though.
I think so.
I like it.
I think we're going to see a lot of eggs crack open over the course of these episodes.
So
And,
we shall see.
Let's hope that Zoe's life never goes back to normal because
Yes.
it's kind of the reason why we have this show, and we love this show. We want to keep covering
We
this
do.
show.
Just saying.
And, so I think that's just about ends things here today. Kitty Kaboom, where can people find you online so they can tell you all about their inner monologues?
I would
and bother
love to
you?
hear from you all. My name is Kitty Kaboom on IG, KITTIEKABOOM, and Kitty Meow on Twitter.
Emily May, where can people find you?
You can find me on all social media platforms at Emily May Heller.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at BrandonHannah07. Thank you so much for joining us this week. We cannot wait to be back next week to cover the next episode all about Mo. And of course, have some more inner musical monologues for you all. You do not want to miss it. We want to hear yours, so feel free to tweet at me, be in the live chat, all that good stuff. We'll see you then.
Bye-bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.